BB851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
One of the most featured carriers in 2018 and also 2019 was Etihad Airways, with me covering their financial situation, cancelled plane orders, and a whole lot more. However, in recent months, as their turnaround plans continue to be put in motion, it's been a relatively quiet period, and more generally start to the new decade. Until now, with the airline announcing some relatively major plans regarding the selling of their aircraft. However, it's not a conventional selling of aircraft, so do be sure to stick with me on this one as I try to go over it for you all. We begin with some background. You see, the carrier at the beginning of last year had over 150 aircraft set to join in the future, with all of these being incredibly high-profile jets. Ones that would, you could say, revolutionise their already modern fleet. However, due to losses that reached into the billions for consecutive years running, Etihad Airways exactly 1 year ago, in February of 2019, at the time this video is going live, announced a major restructure plan. They announced that they were committed to taking delivery of 5 A350-1000s, 26 A321neos, and finally only 6 777-9s over the coming years. You may ask, well, they're still taking the aircraft on. Why is this a big deal? Well, it's drastically different to what they originally agreed to, with originally 22 A350-1000s, 40 A350-900s, all originally meant to come in, as well as a number of 777-8s and additional 777-9s. The only thing that they didn't change really was their A321neo order, which stays at 26. You see, Etihad Airways back in 2013 went on what you could only describe as a spending spree. Countless orders worth tens of millions of dollars were placed. And this being 6 years prior to the cancellation, and of course the changing of the market, in turn wound up as not really being the best decision for them. However, now in 2020, Etihad Airways is announcing that it is selling 38 of its aircraft for US $1 billion to KKR, an investment firm, and Altair Air Finance, a commercial aviation financing company. A type of company that is big, but goes for the most part unnoticed in the industry. Tony Douglas, who is the Etihad Group CEO, said, "This deal will ensure we stand by our strategic and financial sustainability targets by replacing aircraft with the most technologically advanced and fuel-efficient fleet types. The structure of this transition also provides us with significant flexibility, meaning we are well placed to respond to future growth requirements." So what aircraft are indeed on the chopping board? Well, Etihad will sell all of its A330s. That includes the Dash 200s and the Dash 300s, as they did operate the two different variants. It's worth noting, though, that over the past year, following posting these losses, the carrier was already in the process of removing them, and finally they'll be selling all of their Boeing 777-300ERs. But there's more to this deal than meets the eye. You see, the 777-300ERs are not actually being removed from the Etihad fleet. All of the 777-300ERs are indeed being sold, but they're just going to be leased immediately back to the carrier when the purchase is officially finalised in the coming weeks/early months of the year. We pretty much got quoted that it would be done by early 2020. So those aircraft are being sold, but they are definitely not going anywhere. The change of pace could see some panic for the future of Etihad, and people want to cancel their flights with them or have a general concern that they're going under. This is not the case, and it's a wise decision from the airline. Etihad has quickly realised, albeit following large losses, that becoming a dominant airline like Emirates on a global scale can have its drawbacks, and is now making decisions to highlight the change of its business model that will hopefully take it forward and return it to profitability in the coming years, something that it did want to achieve. What are your thoughts on the decision from Etihad Airways? Do you think it will benefit them in the future, especially with those new aircraft coming in the coming years? Let me know down in the comments section below, and as always, thanks for tuning into this video of mine. I'll see you all next time.